Hey YouTube, California Modder. This is part 3 of the Switchwire Revive, and I'm very excited about where we're at and what we have to do. There are some challenges that we're working through, and we're going to go through those together later on. But first, let's dive into the actual mods. So the skirts are actually stock boron skirts, just modified. I added hexes to them, and then the backs are totally different. This hex here is actually missing, so that way you can run your touchscreen cable through there. I got the two-tone covers installed. Now the Y itself, huge shout out to Bruce. Bruce, thank you very much in episode 2 for commenting that. I probably would never have actually thought about that. I was whining about the wires going around the bed in the motion system and didn't like that at all. I actually ended up modifying the bed mount as well, so that way it would enact or enable or trigger that in stop, and it works good. So I figured since I already had 4 holes here anyway, I might as well add another one for the wires. I did it from the bottom up because I didn't want to hit the extrusion that runs across here. That worked out really well for me, so just keep that in mind if you do this mod this way as well. Now, the dual Y is really simple. You just need another one of these plates, which is the same as the back for the tension, and it works really well. I'm having some slight bed issues. I think it's just because this build plate's kind of cheesy from Triangle Lab. I mean, it works, but it's not the greatest. It's not what I'm used to, and that's probably more what it is. I'm not used to it. I did get Clicky Probe to actually work correct. It does dock and undock, but the problem is it's just not saving my Z height correctly. And for whatever reason, I mean, you can use Beacon and Cardo and Eddy Probe, and uses the probe itself as like the Z and stuff, but making it enact the servo and stuff and those commands, definitely some tricky macros that need to go in there. I am waiting for help from Joss AR on the Voron Discord in the Clicky section, who is an actual mega boss with this stuff, really knows his stuff, and he's helping work through some of the details so we can get this thing going for you guys and myself as well. So let's just talk about the hot end and tool head for a second. The actual tool head, Zol here, or XOL, what we're going to call it, I did modify it. This is for the Rapido 2 Ultra High Flow. I added NeoPixels, got rid of the sequins, and for whatever reason, one of my NeoPixels is purple instead of white. It's a really hard to, well, there you go, you can see it in the video now. I don't know why it's doing that. That's something I got to figure out later, but the breathing is working. That effect's cool, and it's awesome. Now for the fan mounts, these are your typical M2 self-tappers that you use on like the Raspberry Pi or your DIN mounts and stuff. These are M3 hardware here, and that's pretty much the base of it. Now, the mount for the Switchwire is totally different. I built in Clicky in here. The magnets and the wires go up and through, which is awesome. End stop got moved forward just a hair, just to make sure it was in line with this part here. And I did add a secondary piece, as you can see, my fingers on it here. And it does 2 things. One, it helps keep strength back here for these for the belt tension, but it also keeps those green things, the actual mount that you bolt in here for the belt, keeps it from spinning. So you can actually, you know, pull on the belt and tighten it with the other hand, which is awesome. This guy is actually skinnier, it's shorter. I needed to be able to clear the Sherpa Mini and the CAN bus, the EBB36, so that was done. I ran a cable chain because I didn't really have a good way for these wires to stay nice for the servo, and I did actually servo them directly to solder them, sorry, to the servo, and that works really well. The CAN bus cables come out of here. This is loose and flopping around. I know I need to fix that. This is actually going to go taller, so more stability on that CAN bus. I probably could have cut the wire shorter, and I might do that in the future, but for now it's going to work fine with that modded piece. These are now well, they're 2-tone, but it's solid, like it's flush across, if that makes sense. Very excited about it, and this is probably the most ghetto mount ever for holding the umbilical cable out of the way. But again, I just want to get this thing printing and homing correctly and the Z layer working consistently. Then I'm going to tune it, and then when we start deciding to do speed, things like this need to get upgraded, this needs to get upgraded, or we keep it, not really sure. We need to get some 80XLs on here to see what it's actually capable of with the dual Y and all that. So pretty excited. One thing that I am a little peeved about is the Prusa bed mount. The linear rails actually have a little bit of flex in them. I guess I probably could have got like a preload 2 or something, but it is what it is, and I have it here and I want to make use of it. But I was thinking of going ender status where I have longer bolts through here, maybe drill these out so they're not threaded, and have a spring instead of a spacer, and a piece that I can actually, you know, tension it so it can actually get good Z height across the bed. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, maybe I'm just doing too many mods and just get printing with it and call it good. This is for the kids and it's gonna make toys, and we are running PLA, so it's not gonna be the fastest thing around, but it should work well. That's it for today's video for updates. I am working through clicky and Z-height issues. I do have a new bed on the way, thanks Amazon for that, and so we'll get a better textured PEI plate on there and just get things hopefully sticking and working so we can work through some more things, basically tuning, and I wanna take you through tuning with me on this thing as well. So thanks for watching, and if you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. We're always doing crazy crap here with our Vorons, hence the name of the channel, Voron Modder. Anyway, talk to you guys soon on the next video.